The 7 Secrets to Self-Confidence by Levy Holiday Greene. Episode 2. Resilience and Confidence. Welcome to Continuous Elevation Beyond Self-Confidence, a podcast series dedicated to all those who aspire to transform their lives by cultivating deep and lasting confidence in themselves. Through this series, we will delve into the heart of what makes self-confidence not only a powerful feeling but an essential foundation for achieving our boldest dreams and living a truly fulfilled life. Each episode is an invitation to explore different aspects of self-confidence, to understand how it is built, nurtured, and, most importantly, how it can become the engine of profound personal transformation. Whether you are at the beginning of your journey towards better self-esteem or seeking to deepen an already established confidence, this series offers you inspiring stories, practical advice, and profound reflections to guide you. We will share stories of real people who have overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles, reached unforeseen heights, and made significant changes in their lives simply by relying on the strength of their self-confidence. These stories will not fail to touch you, motivate you, and perhaps even transform you. Continuous Elevation Beyond Self-Confidence is more than just a podcast series. It is a community of hearts and minds resolved to grow, rise, and shine. Join us on this moving and liberating journey. Together, let's discover how far self-confidence can lead us. Hello, wonderful listeners, and welcome to an episode that will touch your hearts and strengthen your minds. Today, in Continuous Elevation, we address an essential pillar of our being: the fusion between resilience and self-confidence. Resilience is not just our ability to bounce back. It is the force that shapes our confidence through life's storms. Together, we will discover stories of courage, perseverance, and transformation that illuminate the path to unshakable confidence. What is resilience? Resilience is often described as the ability to bounce back after facing challenges, failures, or even tragedies. However, it's much more than just bouncing back. Resilience encompasses the ability to endure periods of intense emotional stress without being permanently overwhelmed. It involves a process of rebuilding and personal growth that allows a person not only to survive adversity but also to thrive. This capacity for transformation is manifested through a series of adaptive actions that are a mix of perseverance, acceptance of reality, and optimism for the future. Resilience is deeply linked to self-confidence. Indeed, each time we overcome a challenge, we emerge not only stronger, but also with a better understanding of our own capabilities and limitations. This process of discovery and self-surpassing strengthens our confidence. Self-confidence is not a presumption of infallible success, but rather the conviction that we are capable of facing life and managing its inevitable difficulties. Resilience as a sculptor of self-confidence. Think of resilience as a sculptor working on the marble of our being. Each chisel stroke, each challenge faced, removes part of our old perception of ourselves, often marked by doubts and uncertainties. As life presents us with challenges, our resilience allows us to sculpt them into opportunities to prove our ability to persevere. With each success, however small, our inner image is refined and our self-confidence solidified. Resilience in practice. To cultivate resilience and thereby strengthen self-confidence, it is essential to develop certain key skills, such as emotional regulation, positive thinking, the ability to establish and maintain supportive relationships, and the willingness to seek adaptive solutions to problems. Training these skills daily can transform our approach to life, making us more capable of dealing with setbacks and more confident in our ability to overcome them. In conclusion, dear listeners, resilience is our most valuable ally on the journey towards enduring self-confidence. It teaches us that behind every trial lies a lesson, and each lesson builds that confidence in us, bringing us ever closer to the person we aspire to be. Together, let's embrace our challenges, for they are the true cornerstones of our personal growth and self-confidence. Allow me to share vibrant stories of resilience. These life stories that teach us that every trial we go through is a step towards deeper confidence in ourselves. 1. Madison's Renaissance. Imagine yourself in Madison's shoes. Her world is turned upside down when the stability of her job, in a field that no longer excites her, suddenly slips away. Before her lies the abyss of the unknown, vast and intimidating. For many, this would be the beginning of a descent into despair, an invitation to be overwhelmed by fear and doubt. But Madison, Lawrence chooses a different path. She sees in this apparent collapse not an end, but an opening to something new, something bright. She gives herself permission to pause, to breathe, and above all, to dive deep within herself, where the passions she had put on hold reside for taking a path she thought was safer. And it is there, in the quiet of her small apartment, that she begins to redefine her life, transforming every corner into a space of creation. Between these walls, Madison rediscovers her love for craftsmanship, a love that blossoms into a vision to create a line of eco-friendly jewelry. Imagine the transformation. Every day, with patience and determination, Madison works on her creations, learning from every failure and celebrating every small success. Her apartment, once just a place to live, becomes the cradle of a business that would not only give her life meaning, but also touch the hearts of those seeking to consume more consciously and responsibly. Madison today is not just the founder of a thriving business. She is living proof that resilience, the ability to turn trials into stepping stones, can lead to a life of perfect alignment between our passions and our profession. Her story shows us that even in moments of greatest doubt, there is a light, a path to follow. Her rebuilt self-confidence, stone by stone in this journey of reinvention, is a moving testimony to what we can achieve when we choose to see beyond the trial, towards the infinite possibilities that await us. Dear listeners, may Madison's story serve as a reminder to us all. In the heart of every ending lies the seed of a new beginning, rich in potential and beauty. 2. William's Ascension. Imagine William, an athlete at the peak of his form, destined for a bright future on the track, every muscle and fiber of his being dedicated to the pursuit of excellence. His dream, to stand on the highest podiums, illuminated by the spotlights, celebrated for his victories. But suddenly, a diagnosis falls like a guillotine, threatening not only the dreams for which he has worked so hard, but also his ability to walk, to live a full and active life. Imagine for a moment the ground giving way beneath his feet, the future he had carefully built collapsing around him. But William, with a spirit that defies understanding, refuses to accept this fate without a fight. He embarks on a journey of rehabilitation, a path fraught with obstacles, where every day of therapy feels like a marathon in itself. Imagine the endless hours, the pain, the fatigue, the constant struggle against his own body, against the doubts seeking to infiltrate his mind. And yet, amidst these trials, something extraordinary happens. With unwavering determination, William begins to see progress, small at first, then increasingly significant. Thanks to his resilience, William not only regains the strength to walk, he returns to the tracks, more determined than ever. And there, against all odds, he begins to win medals, to surpass opponents, to set new records. It is not just a victory for William. It is a victory for the human spirit, a vibrant testimony to what self-belief, nurtured by unwavering resilience, can accomplish. His story teaches us an invaluable lesson. In the face of adversity, it is our belief in ourselves, our ability to rise, to defy expectations, that shapes our destiny. William shows us that even in the darkest moments, there is a spark, a possibility of triumph, of transformation. His journey is a poignant reminder that the impossible is often just the untried, and that our greatest strength lies in our ability to believe in ourselves, even when all seems lost. Dear listeners, may William's ascent inspire you to face your own challenges with courage and conviction. Remember that no matter the obstacle, your resilience and self-belief are the keys to unlocking doors to successes you never thought possible. 3. Victoria's awakening. Imagine Victoria, a woman like many others, walking the halls of her university, carrying within her the invisible scars of bullying. Every day is a challenge, a battle to find her place in a world that sometimes seems so hostile. The mockery, the stares, the whispers behind her back, all striking blows to her confidence, to her self-esteem. Victoria lives in the shadows, feeling isolated, misunderstood, a burden that so many women bear in silence. But in the midst of this turmoil, Victoria discovers a spark, a beginning of rebellion against the victim role imposed upon her. Rather than allowing herself to be consumed by the pain, she chooses to transform it into something greater, something powerful. She begins to write, at first timidly, words that are like bandages on her wounds. Then with increasing conviction, each blog post, each speaking engagement, becomes an act of courage, assertion of herself and her worth. What Victoria had not anticipated is the magnitude of the echo her words would find. Young people from all walks of life begin to see themselves in her story, to draw strength and hope from it. What began as a personal healing journey transforms into a true movement, a wave of solidarity against bullying. Victoria becomes a beacon in the night for those who, until then, believe themselves to be alone in the darkness. Her confidence, forged in the flames of adversity, becomes a source of inspiration. Victoria shows us that even the most painful experiences can be transmuted into strength, into power. She teaches us that raising our voice, sharing our story, can not only free us but also light the way for others. Victoria embodies the beauty of human resilience, the power of personal transformation. Her journey is a vibrant reminder that we all have within us the ability to transcend our sufferings, to turn them into a message of hope and unity. Through her words, her actions, Victoria invites everyone to join in this fight against bullying, to recognize the value and strength inherent in every person. Dear listeners, May Victoria's story inspire you to believe in your own light, even in the darkest moments. She reminds us that we are not alone, that our voice matters, and that we have the power not only to overcome our own trials, but also to help others do the same. Together, we can transform darkness into light, pain into hope. 4. Theodore's journey. Theodore lived in constant fear of judgment, allowing his fear of failure to dictate his choices. The very idea of traveling alone, without the safety net of his loved ones or familiar surroundings, terrified him. Yet, driven by a deep desire for change, he bought a ticket to a country whose language he didn't even speak. This journey became his metamorphosis. Each interaction, each small victory over his fears, strengthened his self-confidence. Theodore returned transformed, not only with unforgettable memories, but with a renewed faith in his ability to navigate the unknown. 5. Penelope's transformation. Imagine you're safe in Penelope's world, a world that suddenly plunged into darkness after an unexpected breakup. Her heart, once full of love and dreams, finds itself shattered, leaving behind an immense void, a pain that seems insurmountable. It is in this moment of deep despair that Penelope finds refuge before a blank canvas, her brush in hand, ready to transform her pain into something tangible, something beautiful. At first, each brushstroke is a mixture of sadness and nostalgia, a struggle to give shape to her grief. But gradually, something remarkable happens. As if each splash of color were a step towards healing, Penelope's canvases begin to brighten, shifting from dark hues to bursts of vibrant colors and light. This evolution on canvas reflects her inner transformation, a journey from despair to rebirth. Painting, which began as a form of personal therapy, becomes the key to her renewed self-confidence. When she decides to share her works with the world, exhibiting in a local gallery, Penelope exposes herself not only as an artist, but also as a courageously vulnerable soul. The praise she receives is not only about the aesthetics of her art, but also the emotional depth, the courage to show authenticity, to share her vulnerability. This external recognition becomes the mirror of her inner transformation. Penelope realizes that what she feared most, being broken, has become her greatest strength. This journey through art has allowed her not only to heal, but also to rediscover her own worth, to see that even in pain, there is beauty, strength. Her story is a powerful reminder that self-confidence can arise from the darkest moments, that sometimes it is in confronting our deepest fears, in embracing our vulnerability, that we discover our true power. Penelope's transformation, from pain to passion, from darkness to light, is a poignant testimony to the ability of art to heal, to inspire, and the power of self-confidence to change lives. Dear listeners, may Penelope's story inspire you to seek your own path of healing and transformation, to embrace your vulnerability as a source of strength, and to remember that even after the darkest night, the sun will eventually rise, bringing with it new colors, new beginnings. 6. Scarlett's story. Changing careers at 40. After a successful career in marketing, Scarlett decided to follow her passion for psychology at the age of 40. Scarlett had long worked in the marketing sector, where she climbed the ladder to become a marketing director at a large company. Although she was successful professionally and financially, she felt a lack of personal satisfaction and a growing desire to do something more meaningful with her life. Inspired by her interest in mental well-being and the desire to help others overcome their emotional challenges, she began to seriously consider a career in psychology. At the age of 40, after months of reflection and discussions with friends, career counselors, and her family, Scarlett decided to take the plunge. Despite the concerns and skepticism of some loved ones, she enrolled in university to earn a degree in psychology. She is often the oldest in her classes, which provides her with a unique perspective and additional challenges. Returning to university after so many years was intimidating for Isabel, but she was driven by her passion and commitment to her new path. She excelled in her studies, finding a particular interest in clinical psychology. She also forged valuable relationships with professors and classmates, who supported and encouraged her throughout her academic journey. After earning her degree, Isabel completed a required internship under the supervision of an experienced clinical psychologist. This experience was invaluable, allowing her to apply her theoretical knowledge and develop her counseling skills. She learned to navigate the complexities of her clients' emotional and mental issues, strengthening her confidence in her ability to effectively help others. With her degree in hand and several months of successful internship experience, Isabel opened her own therapy practice. She specializes in counseling for adults, helping her clients manage stress, anxiety, life transitions, and relationship issues. Her empathetic approach and rich life experience add an extra dimension to her practice, making her particularly popular among those going through major life changes. Scarlett's transition from marketing to psychology not only shows her resilience in the face of change, but also how it is possible to follow one's passions and succeed in a new career, even at a later age. Her story inspires her clients and her community, proving that self-confidence and determination can lead to significant achievements at any stage of life. Scarlett continues to develop professionally, attending conferences and workshops to enrich her knowledge and skills, affirming her commitment to her new field and to those she helps. 7. Mackenzie's story: healing through nature and community. Mackenzie, a former teacher, faces a challenging period after being diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. Medical treatments offer little help, and she often feels isolated and misunderstood. Seeking a new path for her healing, Mackenzie discovers nature therapy. To delve deeper into Mackenzie's healing journey, let's explore the key stages of her recovery and the significant changes she experienced by integrating into a community focused on nature therapy. Mackenzie had been teaching science at a local middle school for over 20 years. She loved her job, but the constant pressure and increasing challenges related to teaching began to heavily impact her mental health. Her diagnosis of an anxiety disorder was not only a shock but also a call to change, as the prescribed medications and conventional therapy sessions did not seem to bring the hope for improvement. During a consultation with a new therapist, Mackenzie is introduced to the idea of nature therapy. Intrigued, she starts with small walks in a local park. Gradually, these walks turn into longer hikes. Each outing into nature offers her a respite from her daily anxieties, allowing her to breathe more freely and feel less confined by her anxious thoughts. On her therapist's recommendation, Mackenzie joins a local walking group that focuses on mental well-being. The group, consisting of people of all ages facing various mental challenges, meets weekly for hikes in different parks and nature reserves. These meetings quickly become the highlight of Mackenzie's week, allowing her to connect with people who understand her struggles without judgment. In addition to hiking, Mackenzie begins practicing outdoor meditation. She learns to use the sounds and sights of nature as focal points for her meditations, which helps her calm her mind more effectively than ever before. This practice becomes an essential part of her anxiety management routine. As Mackenzie becomes more physically and mentally active through her interactions with nature and the walking group, she notices a significant improvement in her energy and optimism. Her self-confidence improves, not only in her ability to manage her anxiety, but also in her personal worth. She begins to share her experiences with others, encouraging friends and family members to explore nature therapy. Inspired by her own healing journey, Mackenzie takes the initiative to become a co-leader of the walking group. She also offers workshops, where she shares her meditation and mindfulness techniques adapted to the outdoor environment. Her commitment to helping others find peace and resilience through nature solidifies her new identity as a guide and mentor in the wellness community. Mackenzie's story illustrates how returning to the fundamentals of nature can not only bolster individual resilience, but also create deep community bonds, transforming personal struggles into shared and enriching experiences. 8. Zoe's story. Redefining success after professional failure. After a seemingly successful yet unfulfilling career in finance, Zoe is laid off during a wave of budget cuts. This setback becomes an opportunity when she decides to follow her passion for cooking. Zoe had spent nearly 15 years in the finance world, climbing the ranks to a high-responsibility position in a reputable bank. Despite her apparent successes and an enviable salary, she felt an inner emptiness and a lack of passion for her daily work. When the staff reduction is announced, although shocked, Zoe also feels relieved, seeing this as a sign that it is time to change paths. After being laid off, Zoe spends several months reflecting on what she truly wants to do. The idea of returning to her first love, cooking, which she had briefly explored in her youth, begins to take shape. Encouraged by her friends and family, she enrolls in a renowned culinary school, determined to turn her passion into a new career. Returning to school is a major challenge for Zoe. Not only does she need to adapt to a completely different learning environment, but she also faces the pressure of succeeding in a field where she is much less experienced. She dedicates herself fully to her studies, excels in both practical and theoretical courses, and finds a mentor in a starred chef who takes Delphine under his wing during an internship required by her program. After graduating, Zoe decides to open her own restaurant. However, the first few months are extremely challenging. She faces several setbacks, such as supply issues, mixed reviews, and inconsistent attendance. Each failure is keenly felt, but Zoe uses these experiences to refine her menu, improve her restaurant management, and strengthen her resilience. Over time, Zoe's restaurant begins to attract a loyal clientele, charmed by her innovative cuisine and commitment to local and sustainable ingredients. Her restaurant becomes a popular gathering spot in the community, recognized for its welcoming atmosphere and exceptional food. Local and even national critics begin to take note, and soon, her establishment receives praise for its contribution to the city's culinary scene. Zoe's transition from finance to gastronomy is a testament to courage and perseverance. She discovers that true success is not measured by status or salary, but by personal satisfaction and the positive impact on her community. Zoe not only inspires other aspiring chefs, but also those considering a late career change, demonstrating that one can always redefine their life and find renewed success by pursuing their passion. This in-depth story of Zoe shows how a person can transform a period of doubt and failure into an opportunity for growth, learning, and ultimately personal success and satisfaction. Dear listeners, the stories of Madison, William, Victoria, Theodore, and Penelope show us that behind every trial lies an opportunity for growth, transformation, and fulfillment. Their resilience is not just a shield against life's storms, but a catalyst for deeper and more authentic self-confidence. They remind us that we are all capable of overcoming our obstacles, of recognizing our own worth, and of elevating our confidence to unprecedented levels. Dear listeners, if these stories have inspired you and you wish to further explore the link between resilience and self-confidence, I invite you to discover the book, The 7 Secrets to Boost Self-Confidence, by Levy Holiday Greene. It is a guide that will accompany you on the path to personal transformation, helping you to anchor self-confidence sustainably. You will find practical advice and exercises to strengthen your self-confidence and self-esteem. By embracing these principles, we can learn to redefine our self-perception, to value our successes, to learn from our mistakes, and to engage in a path of personal improvement. These secrets could be concrete steps to help you open your own doors, to overcome the barriers you have erected, and to walk confidently towards your aspirations. The book, available in English under the title, The 7 Secrets to Boost Self-Confidence, by Levy Holiday Greene, exists in both paperback and Kindle formats. You will find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Costco, as well as on several other online book-selling platforms. It is also possible to order directly from a sales advisor at your favorite physical bookstore. To get your book, simply click on the link in the description of this podcast, or visit the website linktree/Levy Holiday Greene. Don't wait to start transforming your life. The time is now. If you need further support, don't hesitate to complement the practices in the book, The 7 Secrets to Boost Self-Confidence by Levy Holiday Greene, with a consultation with a professional, such as a therapist, psychologist, or coach to accompany you in your process of personal transformation. To go further, explore the Levy Holiday Greene shop for the self-development ebook, Boosting Self-Esteem, a practical guide to building better self-esteem. You can find it at https://buymecoffee.com/Levy Holiday Greene/extras. You will find the link in the description of this episode. Feel free to like and share this podcast episode widely with those around you, and to comment on this episode. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Levy Holiday Greene writes, "Remember, every challenge is a step towards a more resilient and confident version of yourself. Keep moving forward, keep growing, and above all, keep believing in yourself." Thank you for listening, and see you soon for a new dose of inspiration on continuous elevation beyond self-confidence.